What's up, everybody? We're the Refractor Line. Doug, Matt, Mark. Fun show today, guys. We are going to be breaking, breaking for a second week in a row. So breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That was a good movie.
No, we got another MetaZoo first edition booster box. We're going to be cracking open.
Yep.
It's our third box. Matt's second box. Matt, looking for a little bit of revenge on your last box.
Yeah, revenge tour.
It was fine. You did fine. One reverse hollow was not a bad deal, especially for a $149 box.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
What they were when they came out, when they launched, fresh, if you will.
Yes.
But so here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to talk about quickly before we got into it and all that stuff. MetaZoo has absolutely gone insane. Pricing. It's gone insane.
Yep.
Gone crazy. Last week we were busting open boxes, right? When they first released, the very first, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
First wave of when product hit the general public?
When the product hit the fan.
Yeah.
No, when we first opened them, these are the prices. I haven't called up on screen, so let's just look at them together quickly. Not that I'm saying I want to resell or anything like that.
I'm holding, man.
I'm
holding Caulfield right now.
I just like that.
You like that one?
I just like that one. All right, so let's look at the prices. A week ago, roughly, right? August 2nd, MetaZoo Cryptid Nation First Edition Mothman Hollows were $102. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope price.
That's not bad. What is that, 9 days ago? Not bad.
When you're pulling, and just about release day, most people got their boxes about this day. Not many people got them on the 30th.
Correct.
That
And
wasn't,
15 bids seems like a lot.
yeah, there was 15 bits seems like actually a tiny amount. I'm not gonna lie. That seems
It's
small
not
to
very
me.
many? No?
Sure. I mean, I get what you're saying. It seems like a lot. 15, that's a lot. But let's continue on. MetaZoo right here. August 2nd also. You can get the reverse hollow and regular hollow, both first editions, for $175. Pull them both out of your box. You made your money back. Great. Let's fast forward. Let's get in the old, DeLorean and go forward in time. And look, boom. Oops, sorry guys. Here we go. That's a Kickstarter. We don't mess with that. But here we go. Reverse hollow. Not caring about that. Don't care about you, reverse hollow. Here we go. This one just got listed and sold same day. August 10th. Listed August 10th. Sold August 10th. For $399. I'd say holding it a week and making an extra $300 is a pretty good deal. Right? I mean, the prices have gone insane. The Mothman's obviously going to be your bellwether. That's going to be the one you're going to look at. It's going to be your tent pole, if you will. It's the best card in the set. It's the card everybody wants. So use that to kind of see what's going on with value. And $400 is $400.
$400 is good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Follow.
Fragilities, what's up?
Fragilities.
Man.
Thanks for the follow. Listen though, I'm not saying I'm not buying these to flip or anything like that. I'm buying them to open.
How could you flip when the prices keep going up?
Well, that's a good point too. Yeah, if you're a flipper, how are these flippers operating? Is my question on these.
If you're buying a Mothman right now for $400, you're not buying it to flip. You're buying it to hold and then maybe flip down the road. But you can't flip it for a profit now.
And I was saying this earlier today to somebody. What I like about this set, and I think it's interesting, kind of unique, kind of different, for an American trading card game, right? So you look at your Magic the Gathering, your Flesh and Blood, your World of Warcraft. Those are fantasy Dungeons and Dragons, medieval style. You'll have wizards, warlocks, dragons, all kinds of stuff.
Is this the first American trading card game?
No, you got Magic. You got.
I thought that was.
World of
Japanese. Or Magic was American.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, World of Warcraft. You got Flesh and Blood. This is the first one and they use the term beasties, and I like that are kind of monsters, little animals. It's like your Pokemon. It's like your Digimon. It's like your Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just like those, but guess what? It's American, so it's kind of unique things to us, like Mothman, Bat Squatch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Neat things. And
tied to mythical creatures, maybe.
Mythical creatures that are uniquely ours, that are uniquely American, It's an interesting thing. You don't have a lot of history in the United States compared to everybody else, so it's understandable we don't have a whole mythos, fantasy land. You know what I mean? We don't have that.
The Greek gods. Yeah.
No, we don't have that. But we have these weird things. If you ever read Weekly World News or watched that old show when you were a kid, these weird guys they talk about. Mothman was one of them, and it's
they've done movies about it too.
Yeah.
I mean, all of those things, and all of them are kind of some of them have funny names and things like that. But it's very Americana. You know what I mean? It's funny, but it's great.
To me, it's unique.
Time. Yeah.
It's purely collectible. We're gonna try to play a game. I'm gonna get some decks. I don't think we're gonna use the cards that we're necessarily pulling out of the boxes. I think just as somebody with It's just too valuable. I think first edition stuff's too valuable to play with.
We're gonna have it's gonna be a modified game. We'll put it that way. Shuffling the deck is not gonna be shuffling the deck.
We're not shuffling.
Putting in one of those shufflers. No,
that's not happening.
No, but it's one of those.
We will play a game.
Yeah, I like my thing is if you're somebody who wants to play this, I would caution you. Just as it's a game geared towards adults anyway, 13 plus, so older sets playing it. Don't take a $400 card and flip it around to beat Timmy down the street because you have more light bulbs in the house. Don't do that. Don't just play the game. It's fun. They're coming out with an unlimited edition in, I think they said December. Yeah. And the second set's coming out in October. So what I would do, if it's me, and look, you're an adult, you're a man, you have MetaZoo, you can do what you want. I wouldn't play too hard with these. Play them in sleeves, have fun with them, hold them, wait till the other sets come out. Because these are all sold out, so there's no point in... there's probably not many people playing anyway. To be honest, I like the game. I like the mechanics. I like the idea. We're going to get some decks because I have decks. But I wouldn't be necessarily busting my booster box and putting my Mothman out there.
No.
And especially when right around the corner, you're going to have the unlimited. So the light's at the end of the tunnel here. You don't have to wait that long.
Hold on for 3 months.
It's right there.
3 months, set up, buy some of these, put them in your collection. And if you're a binder guy, I know a lot of people are binder guys when it comes to TCGs. That's fine. Just slide them right in the binder and enjoy them. Enjoy the way they look.
Don't make sure it doesn't stick to the page. That's bad news.
Right. And now they're acid free. Now they are acid free.
Are they?
Yep.
Good.
But be real careful. So if you got old school binder guy.
Yeah.
No, there you go. You got to buy a fresh one.
Don't use the old school binders that have the big rings in the middle because what happens is, to me, used to happen all the time. Mm-hmm. And this was with sports cards that were crap, so it didn't matter. It was like, my 1994 Mark Grace Fleer, you got a little binder ring issue. It squeezes and it does put a little crease. Don't do that. These, to me, are more valuable as pieces of art. Treat them as art. That's my suggestion. Yeah. I think the prices are dictating it, so we're talking about it. Matt's going to open the box here in a few minutes. Just quickly, I wanted to touch on a few things about MetaZoo. What kind of MetaZoo is. If this is your first time seeing this, or you're watching this, you're like, what's MetaZoo? I couldn't get my hand on any product. Let's talk a little bit about it. Started as a Kickstarter, right? So the very first edition of these, and people have taken to calling them Kickstarter Alpha just because it makes the most sense for us. Like if you compare it to Magic the Gathering's Alpha, this is your first printing Alpha. Let's talk about it quickly so we can identify it. So if you guys are out there buying at a card show or want to make a trade with somebody down the street, let's look at the card. This is a Kickstarter Mothman, okay? So, Hollow, you'll notice, is the same, right? Background looking all the same there. You'll scroll down a little bit. You'll see first edition, right? All right, cool. So this is our first point of difference. So I'm going to make it bigger here. First edition, 2020 is the date on it. Now, you'll notice when Matt opens his box today, it'll say first edition. It'll say 2021, the year we're in. Pay attention to that. Second point of difference. This is a bigger one. We can see this. Boom. QR code. Now, they had a deal, Kickstarter with MetaZoo Crypto Nation with a TCG player. You take this, put your little phone over this QR code, take you to the TCG player page. I don't know if it still works. I've never tried it once. I have a few Kickstarters. I haven't even tried it. So it's there. Just keep your eye out. And then, of course, the obvious one, gang, the big K. Right? K for Kickstarter. You're not going to find these out in the wild very much. I mean, all the Kickstarters, every single Kickstarter is very expensive. I personally, I don't necessarily believe that the Kickstarter ones, the alpha ones, are going to have that big a bump as we get opening these products, as you kind of see what's out there, as the first edition is out now. And the only reason I say that, gang, is because people are not opening the actual boxes. How much sealed product do we see at MetaZoo on a daily basis listed on eBay, or that people are just holding? The numbers aren't right. Okay, that's the first thing I'm a caution against. The numbers aren't right. You can have, we printed 25,000 of these boxes. Fine. People aren't opening them. Nobody's opening these things. Like, if you weren't lucky enough to buy one first wave, 149, 190, or 99, you can buy them secondhand out. Channel Fireball's got them 500 popping up sometimes. eBay 750. I don't know if people are buying those to open. Some are, and those are people I actually would think are smart, because the value of the cards, to me, is where it's at.
Yeah, and they keep on going up, so we're not quite sure where the ceiling is, and ride it. I think there's kind of a little bit more upside there if you want to take the risk. But let's say you open it and you don't get the cards. Obviously, it is what it is.
Doug, I got a question for you, because you're talking about you don't think that the Kickstarter editions are the value is gonna be exponentially higher than than the first edition base set. Would you compare that to compare it to Pokemon? You have the first edition Shadowless, but then what predated that, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Japanese version.
Right.
So to my knowledge, the first edition Shadowless Charizard, the value of that outweighs the Japanese one that predated it.
And I think I think my issue, the difference between this and the Japanese one, and maybe it's going to be the same. Maybe as I talk it out, I think I'll maybe agree with myself. No, you look at this Kickstarter one, right? Set, I think it's like 500 or something per card. It's something you could look it up. I think it's available somewhere. 500 or more per card. You have 25,000 boxes. I don't know what that breaks down to pure number per holo. Mm-hmm. But what I do know is the Kickstarter boxes, for the most part, seem like they've been opened. There's a few out there you see floating around raw, not near the volume. And obviously it's because they were printed at a smaller amount, but not near the volume that was actually in the that's for sale on eBay with the current first edition.
Circulating now, yeah.
So to me, people think to themselves, investors, other people have bought these and said, I'm holding this box for 20 years. I'm going to try to get that Pokemon first edition out of it. Whereas to me, if you open a Pokemon first edition box, I don't know, you're probably not going to get your money out of it. Probably not.
Unless you pull a chart.
Right.
That's the only...
And it's got to be mint. But the card's been sitting for 25 years in a box, for God's sake. Who knows who's been handling it. Mark, if you look at our YouTube videos, Mark, what's our YouTube channel?
The Refractor Line. Just like
YouTube.com, we're the Refractor Line on YouTube. You check that out. Mark pulled 2 Mothmen.
Yes.
First edition holos. That's akin to pulling 2 Charizards, right? Yeah. To me, Mark pulled it on a $149 box, opened it up, has them now in cases, can do what he wants, send him PSA, keep him whatever he wants to do, right? Mark has them there in front of him. Whereas if I'm paying $5,000 for a box in the future and I still think that's a good deal, guess what? Mm-hmm. You're going to need to get $2,500 out of each one of those Mothmen, which I don't know if you're going to be able to do. Maybe in the future you will, but I guess what I'm saying is take the money, open these boxes now while they're cheap, rip them open. There's going to be value there. The minute they go up, you're not going to be able to rip them open. And people are going to start to realize that these boxes are grouped. Not intentionally. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the way they were printed. Mark got 2 Mothmen. I've seen YouTube videos where people pulled 3 or 4 Mothmen. It's how it goes. Matt pulled 1 reverse Mothman.
I got 2 Squonks.
Squonk
might be taken off in the future.
Squonk's an air card. Squonk Reverse Hollow is an air card. It has a QR code. It's the only difference. But let me just quickly show you guys the Mothman before we get to the opening here. We got a minute. I'm going to just show you guys real quickly what a regular old run-of-the-mill. Here we go. That's reverse keys. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So $400. Pack fresh, looking good, looking dope. I hate people taking pictures of cards in cases, but whatever. I'm not talking about this man's listing ability. That's not what oh my god, this
cuts off the bottom half.
If somebody bought it, if somebody,
I don't want to see the bottom of the card.
Oh wow,
it's not important.
If you bought this, and what is this? If you bought this for $400,
shame on you.
What the hell?
You don't even care what condition it's in, is what you're telling me.
But if you look, okay, God, I can't even show it. It's just bad. This is just the stupidest. Oh man,
I don't want to know.
You know what? This was bad. That was a bad one. I shouldn't have clicked on that. I'm embarrassed. All right, here we go. This one looks better. This guy, look at it's in a case. I hate people who take pictures of cards in cases. Yep. You can't see the surface. These are hollows. There could be scratches. Pay attention. Here we go.
And I like the contrast of against a dark background.
So your first edition 2021. No Kickstarter logo. And guys, no QR code. There you go.